So we'll look at the first question. Let me snip that in for us. It says to write the equation of the circle with the given center and radius. Okay, so we have to write the equation of a circle. Do you remember that equation from class?
The equation from class?
Yeah, did your instructor give you an equation for a circle in class?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
can you,
yeah.
what is the equation that you were given in class if you have it?
And what was the equation that you were given within class?
Yeah, I'm asking, did your instructor give you an equation for a circle in class today?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have that in your notes?
Well, yes, I do have that in my notes.
Okay, could you look that up for us?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Sounds good.
Okay, I have it. I do have the
You have the equation?
yeah.
Okay, can you tell me the
For the
equation?
center, the equation for the center. The center is x2 plus y2 equals r2.
Okay, so that's true if it's centered at the origin. So here's the general form of a circle.
Yeah.
Did you see this? Did you get this in class today?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're going to use this equation for the first 4 problems and maybe more, but that's where we're going to start.
I can't believe geometry. I can't believe circles have algebra.
Yeah.
Why would circles just have no algebra? Just only normal problems.
Well, they're for students to make students frustrated, just like yourself.
But what about for some of them? Some of them can be very smart.
Well, I was just making a joke there. You're going to have some equations. It's okay. All right. Now
Okay.
the center is H followed by K. So in your problem, in your first problem, H is this first 0 and K is this first 0.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason that's important is we're going to substitute those variables.
So I have to write that down.
You should write down that H is 0 and K is 0. And you should also write down this equation.
The standard equation for the center 0, 0, radius 9 is x minus 8 squared plus
Y minus K squared equals R squared.
So I'm writing that down. Let me write that down. Okay. Got that. I got that answer on number 1.
Okay, so again, the value of H is 0. H is 0, K is 0, and that comes from the center here. And the radius is 9. The value of R is 9.
And the value of R is 9.
Yeah, so we're going to take each of those values and put them into the equation for the corresponding letter.
Okay.
So follow along here. It's x minus 0 squared, because H is 0, plus y minus 0 squared, because K is 0, equals 9 squared.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Let me do I have to write it down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it down.
Fantastic. Now, x minus 0. Whenever you have 0, whenever you subtract by 0, the result is whatever you started with.
Okay.
Okay, so what I mean by that is if we come off to the side, if I say 7 minus 0, well, that's 7 because you started with 7. 10 minus 0 is 10 because you started with 10. X minus 0 is x because you started with x.
Mm-hmm.
So this first term, x minus 0 squared, becomes x squared.
X squared. Okay.
Now, can you tell me what y minus 0 is,
Y
Sourish?
squared.
It's y squared. Good.
I can I doesn't there's no space for me to write X squared, so is it fine just to put that thing down?
You've got to write x squared if you're somewhere. And then lastly, what is 9 squared? What is 9 to the power of 2?
Nine to the power of two. That
Yes.
is 81.
Yes, 81. So this is your final answer. Let me know when you get this down and we'll move on to question.
Let me just get all this down. I just need to get all this down.
Okay, sounds good. You have all this down, Serge? We've got a lot more.
I'm getting that down. I'm getting that
Okay,
down.
we've got many more problems to go.
Mhm. Wait, 9.9 or 99?
It's 9 times 9. 9 times 9.
Wow. Okay, got it down.
All right. So let's look at number 2 now. Let's see if we can get through this one a little bit faster. The center is 1 comma 3 and the radius is 4. So the takeaway from this is you have to identify h, k, and r. Okay, h is 1, k is 3, and r is 4. And if you need to, you can write that off to the side. You can say h is 1, k is 3, and r is 4.
Yeah.
And then this equation, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. That's the equation that you have to know, Sourish. You have to know this equation or have it in your notes for the quiz or test. Okay, so once
Okay.
you have this equation, and once you know these three values, you simply put those values in for h, k, and r. So it's x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared, because k is 3, equals 4 squared.
Mhm.
Do you see how I substituted those three numbers in for
Yeah.
h,
So okay.
k?
This is gonna be new for me.
Well, we just did a problem just like it.
I know. Let me just write that down.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, got it down.
Awesome. Okay, now the only thing that's left to do here in this problem is to simplify 4 to the power of 2. 4 to the power of 2 is 4 times 4, which is 16. So you can rewrite it, or you can cross out the 4 squared and put a 16 there. But if you were going to rewrite it, you have to rewrite everything. X minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. This is your final answer, Sourish.
Okay. All right.
Let me know when you
Got
get all
it.
that down, and we'll move on to.
I'm getting all that down.
Okay, we'll move to the next question after you're done. So this assignment is probably meant to be done on another piece of paper, because there's probably not enough room from what I'm seeing.
Well, I already have room. Okay, next problem.
Okay. All right, so here's the next problem. The center is -3, 0, and the radius is 5. I want you to tell me the value of h, k, and r. What is the value of h, k, and r in this new problem?
H, K, and R.
Yes. What is the value of h, k, and r?
What is the value of H, K, and R? Well, H is -3,
Good. Okay.
K 0, and R is 5.
Good. So
Wait,
you write
what does
what?
the H stand for?
The h is the x coordinate of the vertex.
Okay.
Sounds like you're typing. Any questions I can answer for that?
Nothing. Okay. All right. Maybe something about maybe this is all right.
So
We'll just move along.
So the next step is to write the equation of a circle down, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared.
Okay. And for that right there, what you need to do is x minus -3
Okay, so we can write that x
squared
minus
plus
-3 squared
plus y minus 0 equals 5 squared.
Great. Now we need to simplify this line. So there is one more step of work here. When you have two negatives minus a minus, it becomes positive, x plus 3 squared. The two negatives become a plus. You've seen that before. That's just review.
Okay.
Okay. All right, next question. I'm sorry, next part of this question. Y minus 0, what does y minus 0 become?
Y minus 0 becomes
Yes.
y minus 0. That is y plus 0.
Nope. Nope. If you need to, look back at question 1. Look back at problem 1. What did y minus 0 become in problem 1?
That's just 0.
Okay, let's go back and look together here. So here's question 1. Look what we wrote here. We wrote y minus 0 squared. What did that become?
Y squared.
Y squared. So whenever you subtract 0, it just becomes what you started with. So in this problem down here, what is y minus 0, Sourish?
Y squared.
Perfect. Equals, now what is 5 squared? Last part.
25. Let me get this down.
Okay. Are you okay?
Just thinking about something very funny.
Okay. Is it me?
No, no.
Okay.
Just TV, just TV.
A lot of good funny shows on TV.
Hmm. Okay.
Are you ready to move on to the next question?
Hmm.
Okay. So I want you to try number 4 on your own. And I want you to ask me questions if you're unsure
Okay. No
about how
problem.
to
I
do
got
this.
this.
But this is no different than we've done a bunch of problems like this already.
Is this different?
It's the same as we've been doing.
Okay. I'll try to do this.
You have any questions, please let me know.
Yeah, I'm still writing.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to start writing the answer, Sourish, just in case
I'm just
you're
trying to keep on writing. I'm trying to think.
okay. Did you get for the values of h, k, and r, h is 4, k is -7, and r is 13? Did you get those values?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So it's x minus h squared, y minus k squared equals r squared. So now when you substitute in for each variable or each of the constants, it's x minus 4 squared for h. And now y is y minus a -7 squared. And then r is 13 squared. So the only two things to simplify here, you've got
Yeah, I
two
got.
negatives and a 13 squared. Let me know when you get your final answer, please.
Yeah.
You have a final answer for me, Sourish?
I'm almost there.
Okay.
I got the answer.
Okay. What is your answer here?
X minus 4 squared plus y plus 7 squared equals 169.
You got it. Well done.
Yep.
Okay,
I
great.
just can I use calculator?
Sure.
I use calculator in the internet.
For what part of it?
13 squared.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna skip 5 and go to 6.
Wait, what? How come?
Well, 5's something you probably can do on your own. We're gonna do the harder ones first. Okay, so here's number 6. It says the center is at 2, 4. That's H and K, but this time they're not giving you the radius. Okay, but what they are giving you is they're giving you 2 points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna graph this so that you can see this, and then I'll snip that in. So give me just 30 seconds here to get this graphed. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna snip this in. So here's what they're saying. They're saying this is the center, and this is a point up here. It's on the circle. Do you remember
Okay.
what we call the line segment that goes from the center out
The
to
point
the
is
circle?
tangent the center.
The
The
center
point is
out,
tangent
this is called the radius.
radius.
Yes, the radius is the segment that goes from the center out to the circle. You remember us talking about that last time?
The radius is just from the circle, but that is very different.
So the
point.
radius goes from the center to a point on the circle.
Mhm.
Let me type that out here just so that you've got it. The radius extends from the center of the circle to a point on the circle.
Yeah.
So this is the center, 2, 4 is the center, and minus 3, 16 is on the circle.
Yeah.
Let me try something a little different here, see if I can actually get now let's keep it like this. Okay. Do you remember the distance formula?
The distance formula.
Yes. Do you remember that from class or from we've been working on the distance formula? The distance
Yeah.
formula is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to use this first point. We'll call this first point x1 and y1, and the second point x2 and y2.
And why 1 and y2?
Yes. Y subscript 1, x subscript 1. Tell me what's confusing. Tell me what doesn't make sense to you right now.
Well, I don't even know the equation of the circle. I already know the equation of the circle with the given center and radius, but now it's need to tell me the standard equation of the circle.
Right. We have to find the radius. We're going to calculate the radius using the distance formula. The distance formulas will tell us the radius.
The distance formula is what tells the radius.
Yes, the distance formula leads you to the radius.
Okay.
All right, so what is the value of x2 if you're looking at my screen, what is the value of x2?
The value of x2,
Yes.
the value of x2 right there. The value of x2, that is gonna be -3,
-3 minus what is the value of x1?
2.
2 squared plus what is the value of y2?
What's the value of y2? 16.
16 minus what is y1?
Oof. 4.
4 squared. And then you're going to take a square root of all this. Now, do you remember me telling you about the Desmos scientific calculator?
The Desmos scientific calculator.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah, but I don't
Okay.
know.
So I'm going to send you a link to it. I want you to use that link to determine this, and you determine the square root of this. Now you just enter it exactly the same way you see it, the square root symbol, parentheses, -3 -2, close parentheses, squared, plus parentheses, 16 minus 4, close parentheses, squared. Do that and tell me what you come up with.
Okay. It's not working. Oh, there it is. It's working now.
Good. So I just typed it in myself, and this is the way it should look when you type it in.
Okay. All right. So, should I so I have to write that?
I'm asking you to use the calculator to tell us the value.
Tell us the value. So
I-
let me
I'm
just
at-
do
I need you to
that.
put this in the calculator and give me your answer. Tell me what this equals.
Okay. I'm writing it down. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to write this in a proper way. Plus 16 minus 4. Oh no. $169.
It's the square root of that, though, Sourish.
The square root of 169. Well, I already know what that is. It's 13.
It's 13. Good. So the radius in your problem is 13.
Mm-hmm.
So see how we started out by saying h is 2 and k is 4? We started the problem by saying h is 2 and k is 4. All the work we just did is to, excuse me, is to find the radius. The radius is 13.
Okay.
So that's another reason why you need more paper. But we can go down and write our equation. We said h is, what did we say here? H is 2, k is 4, and radius is 13. So you can now write your equation of a circle, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared.
Okay. Should I write it down?
Not only should you write it down, you should substitute the values of 2 in for h,
Oh yeah, x
4 in
minus
for
2
k.
squared
That's
plus
right.
y minus 4 squared equals 13 squared.
And it's even better if you can square 13 so that you don't have to write out the equation again twice.
The equation again twice.
Right. Meaning like you want to, if you can simplify, if you know that 13 squared is 169, you can just put that in the equation.
Okay. All right, and then, okay, so that is, so,
That's your final answer.
okay, so let me just. Okay. All right, let me write that down.
Okay.
This is easy.
No, these are tough questions. You're doing great.
Okay. If we don't have time today, we'll do this on Thursday more.
Sure. That's great.
We have to subtract 16 minus 3, right?
I don't know what you're asking.
6 to negative, like 2, 4, and point on circle negative 3, 16. Is that 13?
No, we've used the distance formula. I thought you were writing this down as we were working on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have the graph from it, but I think I have to use the coordinate plane. Maybe that's gonna help.
You have the distance formula written down here, and then the second line with the numbers substituted in.
Mhm. Just give me a minute. All right, can you go down? All right, got it down.
Okay, let's see if we can get another question done. Okay, question 7. Center is at -5, -2. That's h, and that's k. The point
Yeah.
on the circle is 714. So it's just like before. There's the center of the circle. Let's call that -5, -2. And then there's a point on the circle. This is not to scale. Way up here is 714. This distance is the radius.
It is the radius.
The distance between the center and the point on the circle is called the radius.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now to find the distance, you're going to use the distance formula.
Okay.
X2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared square rooted.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna write that down.
Okay. How are you doing, Sourish? Because we're going to run out of time here if we don't get moving here on this one.
I keep on working. I'm keeping on
Are you trying to solve it, or are you just writing this down?
writing it down.
Okay.
Okay, got it down. All
Okay.
right.
So the center, we're going to call that x1, and y1, and then the point on the circle x2 and y2. So that's 7 minus 5 squared plus 14 minus a minus 2 squared.
All
Let me
right.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get that down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put that in your calculator, you end up getting 20. Okay, and that is the radius. The radius of this problem is now 20. Okay, so radius equals 20. We now have the value of h. H is minus 5, k is minus 2, and the radius is 20. So we're gonna write those down. H is minus 5, k is minus 2, and the radius is 20. All right, now our formula for a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So this becomes x plus 5 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 400.
Okay.
And that's your final answer. So go ahead and get that down, and we'll have a word with your dad if he's available.
Dad,
Go ahead and get this down for Sourish.
he's not here. I think
he's
my
up
dad
there.
is at work.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get this down, and then we'll just do a quick closeout for the night.
All right, got it down.
Got it down.
And we'll do some more at Thursday.
Yeah. So thanks for letting me help you, Sourish. I look forward to helping you on Thursday.